How's it going today? If you don't recognize me, if you don't know who I am Mike from Mike and Laura Travel. We most generally do adventure vlogs of our trips, the outings, the adventures, the excursions, those sorts of things. But we had recently been asked to do a costs video for Moorea. This will be the first time I'm trying this. If you like it, let me know in the comments. If not, that's all right. Hopefully this is informational for you anyways. We spent 2 months on the French Polynesian island of Moorea, hiking, snorkeling, beach hopping, eating, sleeping, and repeating. Experiencing some of the most adventurous excursions and breathtaking landscapes. But how much did it cost? And what should you expect? I wasn't sure how to make this video, but I knew that I wanted to cut straight to the chase, so let's get right into it. After you've booked your trip to Moorea, you might find out that the flight gets in a little late in the evening, and there's not a ferry that takes you directly from Papeete to Moorea. And this can cause a little bit of confusion because you just booked the trip to Moorea and are expecting to get there. When we landed, we had prepared an Airbnb for the night that was about $90. $90 is for the night's stay, but once you're at the airport, you'll need a ride there. And we ended up paying about $25 for a taxi ride from there, actually from our Airbnb host. So you can find those things out from your host if you're gonna book an Airbnb or a hotel, if there's a shuttle. But again, you can expect to pay anywhere from $45 for that evening all the way up to $150 for that one night. Just remember that you'll need a ride to your hotel and or Airbnb. They do have ATMs at the airport to immediately exchange some cash, but prepaying is always the best and the easiest. Staying close to where the ferry port is located is also ideal. That being said, how much is a ferry ride to Moorea? And are there other transportation options? Let's start with the most expensive option. So yes, you can absolutely get on a small Air Tahiti plane for a non-stop 15-minute flight from Tahiti to Moorea. That should cost just around anywhere between $100 and $400, depending on the time of year. Or you could catch a ferry from anywhere between $11 and $15 per way. So it's a one-way ticket, $11 to $15. Children and seniors only pay around $10. So, you know, I think there's something to be said about that. It's a little more affordable to ride the ferry. And if you're renting a car to take from Tahiti to Moorea, because it is a little cheaper to rent a car from Tahiti, then you're gonna have to pay for that car to ride the ferry, which is gonna be about $45 to $100, depending on the size of the vehicle. There's two different ferries to choose from, but they are both significantly cheaper than flying. Not telling you what to do, just giving you the facts. Speaking of the facts, if you're interested in any of the information that I'm giving you, then please refer to the description of this video, because there we'll have everything for you laid out nicely on the blog. It's not going to be my face chatting with you with some empty beds in my background. Next, where to stay. There are obviously a number of choices when it comes to where is best to stay on the island, but ultimately it depends on your budget. You can find a link to where to stay in Moorea, the ultimate guide, in the description of this video. But for now, I'm just going to share the costs of each place we stayed. Because we focus on long travel and renting places for a longer period of time is more cost efficient, I'll start with our month-long stay and move to our shorter stays and their costs. So, number 1, Bungalow Vaiki. Right on the Papeete beach is a wonderful place to be. We spent a month here and paid approximately $1,900. That might seem like a lot, but you could spend the same for a week-long stay at a mediocre resort. So it's just kind of your options. This place was perfect for what we needed. Number 2, Overwater Bungalow. For around $800 a night, you can stay in your very own overwater bungalow, which includes breakfast, snorkel gear, and a private beach. We did not pay this, and you can find out how we stayed here completely free in the description of this video as well. Number 3, we stayed at an Airbnb called Moorea Studio with a swimming pool. For $65 a night, or roughly around $2,000 for the whole month, this place was great and exactly what we needed. And just like most places, offers a 10% weekly discount. So it's actually like $75 a night or something, and then you just, if you stay there for a whole week, you get a 10% discount. It's pretty nice. So again, you can find that at a lot of Airbnbs that you'll be looking into. A week-long discount or a month-long discount just makes sense. Place number 4 is an Airbnb we found called Oceanside Bungalow. For $131 per night for a couple, set right up the road from one of the island's best beaches, this place is well worth your time and money. $131 is also pretty common for a night anywhere worth staying out in Moorea. Place number 5, Villa Poanaki. $141 a night, you can have this luxury bungalow with 2 bedrooms to yourself. We liked everything about this place. They have a small jacuzzi outside, they have a gym down below, a tennis court, a full-size pool, and the view was spectacular. We highly suggest this place, and again, we found that place on Airbnb. You just do a little research, you're gonna find everything you need there, but those are the places we got to stay at, and they were fantastic. Next up, taxis. This one is easy. Anywhere you want to go on the island, near or far, is $25. Resort taxis can be a little bit more, but the minimum you'll spend is $25 anywhere you want to go. Information for our favorite well-spoken taxi driver can be found in the description of this video. We didn't tip for every ride, but tips are appreciated. The other option, cars and scooter rental. A car can cost you just around $1,000 a month, and that's, that's a pretty big discount because I believe that a car is generally between $55 and $75 for the day, depending on the car. They have these little like weird, fun, resort-looking cars that drive around the island, and I think those are like $65 for the day. But a car is only so much fun when you could rent a motor scooter. And a motor scooter, you can find a 50cc motor scooter for the whole month for $700. Now that is a monthly discount, so you do get a 65% monthly discount if you rent for the month. Otherwise, a scooter is gonna cost you about $55 for the day. Last option for a vehicle or transportation is an e-bike. E-bikes for $50 a day, you can go with the eco-friendly transportation that can also take you equally to anywhere you want to go, with less cargo room, obviously, but hey, your choice. Excursions. Everybody wants to do something special or fun or amazing on Moorea, or really anywhere you go, but excursions here are something you're going to absolutely look into, and you need to know the price. So I'm gonna go with the top 3 I have currently in my mind, and if you see another video to excursion that we went on that you'd like to ask questions about, you can leave those questions in the comments. You can also find in-depth information about our travels and those excursions specifically at mikeandlauratravel.com. So number 1, Cocoa Beach. Cocoa Beach is an amazing time. It's a good afternoon. It's a lazy time. It's an adventurous time. It's whatever you want to make of it. If you plan on trying to go out and find some lunch and some beach time, this is going to be perfect for you, because as long as you're going to eat on the island at the restaurant, they'll give you a boat taxi across from Moorea to Cocoa Beach for just $5 per adult, both ways. It's awesome. When you get there, you pretty much are like brought to the restaurant, and so you're gonna walk up to the restaurant, you just have some lunch, and there's a whole bunch of beach that you can go around and enjoy right after you're done eating. Or if you just want to have some drinks and hang out on the beach, it's such a perfect thing to do, and I would highly recommend it because it's like the epitome of relaxation, resort hangout, fun, beautiful, everything you want. Next up, I'm gonna bring up number 2, swimming with humpbacked whales. I think they're humpbacked whales? Humpback whales. Humpback whales. Humpback whales. That was absolutely one of the most amazing things I've ever done in my entire life. When we were in the water and swimming and saw the whale for the first time, my mind was blown. It was amazing. So, for about $119 per person, you can go on an 8-hour excursion seeking out these humpback whales. It's not like they're just in like one place all the time. They're literally swimming to different reefs and having a good time and living free. And so you gotta go search for them first, and then you get into the water, and you have 8 hours to do this. It's an incredible experience. Make sure you have Dramamine if you are a motion sickness person. I don't know who else who is like that. Except for me, I am like that. I needed motion sickness medicine to do this. Make sure you're prepared for that 8-hour trip. If you're heading here from the months of July to November, this is the time to see the whales. So hopefully that's when you're making your trip, because you're gonna have that much more fun being able to go find humpback whales and swim with them in the same water. You're really close. It's amazing. The last one I'm gonna bring up for this video, number 3, is the Tiki Village Cultural Center. Now, they do dinner and a show on the same evening, and they show you a bunch of ways that they dress. They can take one piece of cloth and turn it into a bunch of different clothing for themselves, and as a little like pre-show as people are showing up. It's pretty awesome. And then they'll do dinner, and then they'll do this show. And basically the show is a background or history of the culture and the people, and it's a little bit of fantasy. It's fun. There's fire dancing, and we paid about $60 a person, and that was without the dinner. With the dinner you can expect to pay just a little bit more, but it is a pretty fancy dinner. I think it's a buffet. You have a buffet that you can go eat before the show, and that lasts for as long as everyone's eating. It's pretty cool. Again, we didn't eat there, but we smelled the food. We had eaten just before we went. So anyways, go there and check that out, because that was absolutely so worth every penny. We absolutely suggest this as something that anyone should do. You can do this with the whole family, and if you're there by yourself, or if you're even just like you have a night to yourself and you want to do something like that, awesome, awesome, the best. Do it. Lastly, I just wanted to touch on food in general. Eating on Moorea. Our favorite place to snag pizza was Aloe Pizza. It's delicious and costs anywhere from like 16 bucks to 30 bucks depending, and I'm pretty sure it's just like all one size pizza, but the types of pizzas there, they get pretty crazy. We just stuck to pepperoni. The best pizza on the island, for sure. Go eat there. That's a wonderful place. We generally made our own food though. I would go to the grocery store every week, and we were spending just around $100 between the both of us. We generally eat pretty cost efficiently, but you can expect to spend at least $100 even if you're gonna cook for yourself. Meat and vegetables are pretty expensive, so that's just pretty much how much you're gonna spend. And if you plan on drinking, I think it's like a minimum of $3 a beer, even in a 6-pack. No kidding. It was very expensive for beer, very expensive for liquor. Either way, you're looking at an extra dollar, an extra pretty penny for that. That's me touching on food and eating. If you have more questions, again, leave them below in the comments. I would love to respond to anyone interested in asking any questions that they have about our visit and our time there. Thanks for watching this video. All in all, Moorea can be budget friendly if you take time to research and plan ahead. This is one of the most beautiful islands on the earth, and is totally worth all of your time and money and energy spent in making this trip work. We hope this breakdown was helpful, and just remember that I'm gonna put all of the information in the description of this video so you can find whatever you're looking for down there. Please consider subscribing to our channel. Hello?
Yvonne?
No, I'm sorry, I think that's, you have the wrong number.
Okay, I'm sorry about that.
No problem. The things that happen during your videos. Subscribe to our channel if you're interested in anything else that we do. We're currently in South America, having a great time, adventuring, filming. I can't wait to share these experiences. Thanks for watching.